Welcome to ESPN's Fan Friday Talk Story. And today we got one of the new assistant coaches, one of the new members of coaching staff. There's been some new ones in different sports. We talked with the new men's and women's swimming coach the other week, and now a new assistant coach for the men's volleyball team, a former player, a person who has a lot of history with University of Hawai'i athletics in terms of their family. Kupono Fey, new assistant coach with the men's volleyball team. And first of all, coach, congratulations on the new job, and thanks for joining us here.
Thanks. I'm super excited, and thanks for having me on, Dave.
Okay, so here it is. You're stepping in to a program that just won back-to-back national championship. Now, not too many coaches in any sport kind of come into that kind of a scenario. So for you, is that a little bit of just pressure coming in as kind of the new coach in the whole program?
You could say that. I mean, Josh did an amazing job. Josh, Milan, Charlie, they've really built up this program, and they've done an amazing job. But no, not a lot of pressure. I mean, I've been in this program. I've been with them. They've been my coaches. I know how they run it. I know how they run practices. So, I mean, honestly, it just feels like home. It feels right.
You know, it's funny because the coach you're replacing, Josh Walker, was also a former player of Charlie Wade. And I asked him the question about, okay, is this kind of odd or a little bit of an adjustment to now you played under Coach Charlie Wade as that relationship, right? Now this is a different relationship as his assistant coach. So he's your boss. It's a different kind of way to look at it. I mean, how do you is that an adjustment for you, you think?
Maybe a little bit, but not really. I mean, me and Charlie always had a good relationship while I was playing. So no, I don't see it being like too much of a problem or too much of an issue. If anything, it helps. Like he's easy to talk to, and we already have a good relationship, so we'll be able to communicate well on whatever it is, practice, recruits, or anything like that. And obviously, I have a good relationship with Milan as well. So no, I don't think it's a problem.
Now, I was reading in the press release that you're giving up an engineering career. So is that what you were doing up until you took this job, pretty much?
Well, I was actually playing professional volleyball in Italy and Greece for 4 years. And then I moved home. I wanted to use my degree. I was working as a project engineer for a general contractor. And then this job offer came up and I applied and I got it. So I'm super stoked to be here and just grateful for the opportunity.
Now, obviously, you've been playing, like you just said, pretty much up until now, but was there always in the back of your head kind of this, I'd like to coach, I'd like to get an opportunity? So were you kind of looking even all over this past few years?
Yeah, I've always stayed in touch with Charlie, whether I can help like as a volunteer coach or even an alumni making practices. It was tough being an engineer with the demand that it needs. But it's always been in the back of my head, even while playing here. Like, I'd love to just give back to the community, help UH. And yeah, I've always just wanted to coach for UH, not really any of the school, just UH, because it's community so much. And I just love the environment. I love the fans. I love the culture here. So yeah, if the job ever opened up for UH, it definitely would have applied straight out of playing pro.
So in a way, if I'm getting the timeline right, you're playing professionally. You said, okay, I want to come back. You come back. The planets seemed to just align perfectly, right? Because like you just said, you would like to coach at the University of Hawaii, but there wasn't an opportunity when you first moved back. So it seems like everything just clicked.
Yeah, I don't think there was a plan. I mean, this wasn't the plan. My plan was to come home, a little more stability in engineering, and having working for a private company and stuff. But yeah, and then I just found out Josh was leaving, so I applied, and yeah, here I am.
So what's kind of have you guys worked that out already in terms of what your role is, what your duties are on the coaching staff?
Yeah, definitely just taking over for everything Josh is doing, whether it's recruiting, working with compliance here. We just came back from Anaheim on a recruiting trip to see some new recruits. So yeah, just jumping right into it. Jumping right into the fire. So it's good. Everything's good.
Now you just started. So maybe this is an unfair question, but I'm going to think that when you're on the recruiting trail, having won a national championship, that pretty much helps.
Yeah.
Winning back to back, is that, I don't know, is that better to recruits as a coach recruiting? Like that's already something you can just throw right there on the table. Hey, we're back to back national championships. Or does that kind of, I don't know, create a little bit of a thing where a high school kid is like, ooh, maybe I'm not going to get to play as much, or maybe I better look at UCLA or another program that I can step in right away. What's kind of the reception with new recruits currently?
Well, it definitely helps. It's not going to hurt if I'm saying, we won back-to-back national championships. People like to go to winning schools and they want to develop. And that's what we do here. That's the best part of this program is we develop players like myself or Colton Cowell, Josh Walker. We develop players. Whereas UCLA, even at UCLA, like they might not be able to get on the court right away and stuff as well. So that's the same thing in different schools too, right? But that being said, it doesn't help to say that, and people want to go to winning schools, definitely.
All right, Kupono, now you have been playing pretty much up until now, so you can still get back on the court like right now and get in with the guys and show them a little bit here and there.
Yeah, that's the plan. No, I mean I've been out there for like a year at least, so I'm just trying to get back into it as well. No, I can still play, but yeah, definitely not the same level I was playing at. But I'll take him a short court or something a little bit. Yeah.
Where were you playing professionally, by the way?
I was playing 3 years in A1 Italy and then 1 year in Greece. That's also something that helps recruiting because everyone's asking for your resume. What were you doing since college? What were you doing? Not everyone keeps up with professional volleyball in America, right? So I feel like I need to like print out my resume every time I go on the recruiting trips, hand out to some to some people, just let them know like, yeah, I played pro. Well, I played for UH, I played pro, and now I'm back. We can talk about high school volleyball level, but don't worry. We're still in Josh's Rose, all right.
What was the competition like out there playing in the professional level where you're playing?
Italy is like one of the top, arguably the best league in the world. Like if you see any Olympians, most of them are playing in Italy. So I was playing against all of them. It's just a really high level league, and I was just grateful to be there, and I was grateful for the experience because it was an amazing experience playing against them.
Do they have those kind of restrictions on how many Americans can play? Like, you hear about in the professional baseball leagues, you don't have 2 Americans. Was that kind of the status over there as well?
In Italy, yeah, it was strict because you had to have at least, I think, 3 Italians on the court at all times. So you could have as many foreigners as you want, whatever country, doesn't matter. But the Italians had to be on the court at all time. And that's smart, keep the local kids home, keep the fans coming. So yeah, that's the rule over there in Italy.
I heard stuff like a lot of times they take care of foreign athletes. Like you have housing, they take care of that for you. Was that kind of how it was there? Did they have a car for you? Did they, those kind of things? Were there some amenities that come with playing over there?
Yeah, basically they take care of most of your expenses. I mean, if you're an Italian and you live in the area, you can live at home and maybe bump up your salary, but everyone will have an apartment. Sometimes you'll share an apartment with another player, and then everyone will have a car, or sometimes you'll share that car with another player. It just depends how your contract is. So basically, and even sponsored restaurants for the team will give out meal tickets kind of stuff for the month. And then so basically you're just spending money on groceries and gas. So you're pocketing like 90% of your income though.
Wow. Okay, that would help.
Yeah.
I could do that if I had that kind of skill level. But a lot's been even when you were playing, a lot was kind of talked about kind of your family history with University of Hawai'i athletics. Your mom played, your grandfather was a player. Do you still, even now that you're an assistant coach, I mean the lineage continues, do you still hear those kind of stories and that talk about the family history stuff?
Yeah, I still hear the 3rd generation UH athlete all the time. It's funny because we didn't even realize it until after I committed. Or like to play here, like, oh, you're actually a 3rd generation UH athlete. But I mean, it's just super cool. It's an honor, really. I mean, my grandpa just the football, the person and the player that he was, being in the circle of honor in the Stan Sheriff Center. And my mom playing basketball here, being a coach and being very active in the Letter Winners Club and everything in the community. So I don't know, it just feels like family around here, being back home, carrying on that legacy.
No doubt. Your grandfather, Harry Kahuanui, and your mom, Shelly Kahuanui Fey, like you mentioned, played basketball. So the thing continues. Now, I like to ask our guests, you're very dedicated to your profession. Obviously, coaching is very time consuming, but there has to be other things that you engage with when, you can kind of have some free time. What do you do on those downtimes?
On my free time, love body surfing or surfing, playing beach volleyball. I love a good chess match if anyone's down. Big into chess. That's yeah, basically that's my hobbies. Yeah.
When did you start picking up chess? Because chess is really hard for me. I remember a kid, I think I was an adult, and some 12-year-old just kicked my butt in 8 moves or something like that. When did you start picking that game up?
Oh, the simple 3 move. I mean, I've always liked chess, but I actually got big with it at UH. We got in an app. I used to play Milan. I used to play Siki. We'd have like daily games. You play like one move, at least a move a day. And we just got really big when I was playing here at UH. And I just stayed with it when I was playing overseas. You just play anyone online nowadays.
Right. Wow, you can do everything online. My goodness. So what are things what's the time frame now in terms of, we're in June, as far as men's volleyball, what's going on? Is it just recruiting at this point? Is there some off-season training stuff? What's the timeline in terms of the sport in June?
Yeah, it's all recruiting basically. We got like nationals coming up in a couple weeks in Orlando and then Vegas. We got a couple trips, and then there's some USA camps coming up, so we'll be able to go recruit over there. But NCAA rules, we're not allowed to see any of the athletes during this time. Most of them are home. It's kind of like a dead period, so we can't work with any of the athletes. We can't do any off-season training. They can only do optional stuff on their own.
What's the outlook for the next year? Any big recruits come? We probably can't mention names unless they're committed, but obviously the fans are thinking, hey, is there a chance for a three-peat? Look at who's returning, those kind of things. What is your kind of outlook stepping in now as the assistant coach?
It's looking good. The future's looking good. We got everyone returning. Just in the immediate future, we got everyone returning. So next year, a lot of schools have everyone returning as well. So it's going to be competitive, but it's looking good for us. Recruiting is looking up. So it's exciting. It's going to be exciting in the future. That's all I can say for the fans. And no one's more excited for this next year than me. I'll tell you that.
Who is your idol? Who is your volleyball idol when you were like playing in high school and even younger?
My volleyball idol. That's a good question. Well, I always looked up to my cousin. I'll say it straight up. My cousin's Micah Christensen. He always played Kamehameha at USC, and now he's on the national team. So, I always looked up to him. He always set the bar high, and I always tried to achieve for that. Guys I looked up to playing, obviously amazing players like Taylor Sander playing in school, and even like local kids like Tony Ching, just like trying to follow that, just great guys, good work ethic, and just want to go after, especially on the court. Just they have that passion for the game as well. Those are the guys I look up to.
Micah Christensen, what's he up to? Is he still with the national program?
Yeah, he should be in the following weeks for the VNL this summer. I don't know exactly where he's going. At the moment, he's playing in Russia.
Ooh,
in a really competitive league. Yeah, it's been a little. We've been staying in touch though. He's been playing in Kazan, so it's been a good experience for him. He's liked it over there, and him and his family. And but yeah, with that whole war and everything over there, it can get a little. We'll see how that goes as well.
Yeah, so I'm just curious. I'm pretty naive in terms of he's there, he's playing, so it seems to be he's safe. But is there? I would think there's some concern. Like, dude, do you want to like just leave and come back to the States? Because you just never know, right?
Yeah, I mean, he has a contract. He's been telling us, it's not been too bad in those cities. Obviously, the war is not in Russia, but you never know with a war. It can take a turn, right? But he was happy over there. He was home at the moment, and now he's in America now, so it's all good.
Oh, phew. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Phew.
He's not still over there. No worries.
Ah, oh my goodness. Hey, so now that you're back in the volleyball and things of that nature. What's kind of your personal professional goal as a coach, like in this first year, in this first 2 years, in terms of your own professional development? Where do you kind of see your steps? What are kind of your little objectives you want to kind of hit? Certain marks you want to hit as a professional coach?
Um, there's a lot of marks. I got some big shoes to fill with Josh. For starters, my main goal is basically just learning as much as I can, as fast as I can, whether that's from Charlie, uh, coaching the team, leading the team, or Milan in the practice gym. I want to be. I don't want to be Josh as well. I want to be my own player, my own coach as well. Um, and have that relationship with these players where I can talk to them. I've known a lot of them for many years already, so having that being comfortable to let them know and to still coach them. I want them to get better, even though they come out two national championships. They still have a lot of growing to do, especially if they want to play pro. So that's my big thing, and still developing these players. But just learning a lot. I have a lot of goals, just trying to learn a lot, whether it's recruiting, which is all new, and with compliance and with all that stuff, and development is the big one for me.
What has been, or have you had that sort of aha? I don't know if that aha moment is the right word, but like, boy, I didn't expect this part of the job. I mean, you kind of expect, you're going to be working out the players, you're going to develop them, recruiting, there's little elements there. But has there been a part where you go, whoa, I didn't know either this was so hard to do, or this took so much time, or something like that?
Well, I came in as a project engineer, so I've done a lot of paperwork and administrative work from that side, so I'm not too worried about that. But with all the rules in NCAA and compliance, that's something that is going to be a learning curve for me. Not a big one, just learning all the rules and what we can and can't do with the players and recruiting. That's just the reality of our sport and our game. So no, other than that, it's just going to feel right being in the practice gym, coaching these players up.
Hey, but I want to say congratulations. It's great to have alumni that's come back to the program and coaching and developing the next generation. Congratulations to you, and thanks again for joining us on the show today.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, and I'm super excited for this upcoming season.
Oh, so are we. Can't wait to see the next year's team. Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.